Welcome to another class on mathematics, and in today's class we also solve one more example on solving questions on quartiles. In our previous class we solved an example on quartiles where we talked about quartile, semi-quartile range, interquartile range, decile and percentile, and today we'll be solving just one example on quartiles. So we have considered the distribution below. We have length, we have frequency, we have 10 to 11, 4, 12 to 13, which is 11, we have 14 to 15, which is 20, 16 to 17, which is 30, 18 to 19, we have 19, 20 to 21, we have 10, 22 to 23, we have 4, and 24 to 25, we have 2. So the question says you have to calculate the first quartile. The second one says you have to calculate which is the lower quartile. Then we have to calculate the upper quartile. We have to calculate our decile, which is D1, which is the first decile class. We have to calculate our D8, which is the 8th decile. Then we have to calculate our P26, which is the 26th percentile. And this one, we are not to draw the cumulative frequency curve. So solving for that, we have length in meters, we have our class boundary, we have our frequency, and we have our cumulative frequency. Ten to 11, 12 to 13, 14 to 15, 16 to 17, 18 to 19, 20 to 21, 22 to 23, 24 to 25. So for our frequency, we have 4, we have 11, we have 20, we have 30, we have 19, we have 10, we have 4, and we have 2. So for our class boundary, we have it to be 9.5 to 11.5, 11.5 to 13.5, 13.5 to 15.5, 15.5 to 17.5, 17.5 to 19.5, 19.5 to 21.5, 21.5 to 23.5, and 23.5 to 25.5. And for the cumulative frequency, we have 4, we have 15, we have 35, we have 65, we have 84, we have 94, we have 98, and we have 100. Now, to calculate our Q1, it is important to know that our Q1 formula is L1 plus N over 4 minus F over FQ1 times C, where our L1 starts for the lower limit of the frequency class, our F0 stands for the cumulative frequency, and our FQ stands for the frequency itself, and our C stands for the size of the class, where our N stands for the total frequency values. So for our n over 4, we have it to be 100 over 4, which is 25. Now, for the lower quarter class where 25 is around 14 to 15 with class boundaries of 13.5 to 15.5. Since you must pick the class that is very closer to this 25. So we have our L1 to be 13.5. We have our F0 to be 15. That is the frequency, the cumulative frequency before the quartile class. We have our FQ1 to be 20, and we have our class width to be 2. So solving it, we have our Q1 to be 13.5 plus 10 over plus 25 minus 15 over 20 times 2. So we have it to be 13.5 plus 10 over 20 times 2. So we have this to be 13.5 plus 1. So we have this to be 14.5 meters. We have it to be 14.5 meters. Now for our Q3 is also the same thing. We have L3 plus 3n over 4 minus F0 over FQ3 times C. So we have 3n over 4 to be equals to 3 times 100 over 4. So we have this to be 75. We have it to be 75. Now, our Q3 will now be 17.5 plus 75 minus 65 over 19 times 2, where our lower class limit is 17.5 to 19.5 at mark 75. We have the cumulative frequency before the class mark to be 65. We have the frequency of that class mark to be 19, our class width to be 2. So we have it to be 17.5 plus 10 over 19 times 2. That will give us 17.5 plus 20 over 19. And solving this, we have it to be 18.6 meters. 18.6 meters. Now, for our D1 is n over 10, which is 100 over 10, and we have it to be 10. So now the formula for D1 here, we have our D1 to now be LD1 plus n over 10 minus F0 over FD1 times C, where our LD1 is 11.5, because at 10 we have it to be 11.5 to 13.5. Our frequency, our cumulative frequency before that one is 4. Then the frequency as that class mark is 11, and our class width is 2. We have LD1 to be 11.5, F0 is 4, FD1 is 11, and our C is 2. So inputting this, we have it to be 11.5 plus 10 minus 4 over 11 times 2. So we have this to be 11.5 plus 6 over 11 times 2. So we have 11.5 plus 12 over 11. So we have this to be 12.6 centimeters. We have it to be 12.6 centimeters. And now for our D, where we have D8, we have it to be 8n over 10, where we have 8 times 100 over 10, we have it to be 80 for our 8th decile class. So for 8th decile class, we have our F naught to be 65, we have our FD8 to be 19, we have our class weight to be 2, and we have our class limit there to be 17.5. So we have it to be 17.5 plus 80 minus 65 over 19, 2. So we have 17.5 plus 15 times 2 over 19. We have 17.5 plus 30 over 19. We have it to be, and solving this, we have our answer to be 19.08 meters. Now, for our P26, which is the 26th percentile, for our 26th percentile, we have it to be LP26 plus 26n over 100 minus F naught over FP26 times C. So solving this here, we have this to be 13.5 26 times 100 over 100 is 26. We have our F naught to be 15 and FP26 to be 20, and we have our class width as usual to be 2. So solving this, we have 13.5 plus 26 minus 15 over 20 times 2. Here we have 13.5 plus 11 over 20 times 2. So here will be 13.5 plus 22 over 20, and we have it to be 14.6 meters. We have it to be 14.6 meters. And this brings us to the end of our class today on quartiles, where we solved examples on quartiles. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and comment, and I'll be seeing you in the next class. Thank you.